Okay guys, so my goals for today is pretty simple because I start at 8 p.m. and I finish at 8 a.m. and then I start work again at 5 p.m. So pretty much go home and get ready for sleep. But what I can do is listen to 2 cybersecurity modules, Oh, check how long they are, because sometimes they vary. Some of them are like half an hour, some of them are an hour, some of them are 2 hours. So really, it just depends. But if it's like 2 hours for one, it's understandable. But double check that before I make my goals. So that way I can achieve them. But also I have to put 100% effort in. So yeah. Hey dude, how's things? Dodgy person. Only because he's wearing a hottie walking around and didn't answer back at night time. That doesn't mean that he's dodgy. We just have to keep an eye on him. Because if he is dodgy, then what's going to happen is in about 5 minutes or so, a carload's going to show up. And the good news is they're not out here to physically harm us, because there's been a number of times we've had a carload or 2 carloads show up and they turn around and go back, because it's a game of cat and mouse. They're trying to get across to either tag these trains or tag the trains that are stored up in the North Yard and not get caught. So, but the first couple of times was scary, man, because it was like, let's say the car holds like 5 people, and then they got 2 carloads and a guy like that. And yeah, I got an RT and I got a phone and a speed dial to the police and speed dial to RMC and all this type of thing. But the speed dial to the police is still going to mean 10 minutes before the police show up. Anyhow, why I don't hate rich people? Well, because that saying, it's the better the devil you know than the devil you don't. And my response to that is, what if the devil you don't know is not the devil? Because here's the thing, that these people who are treating you badly are of the devil, right? So if you go take the risk, you might bump into another devil, but hey, you don't miss out on anything. Obviously you got to use your brains, but still you don't miss out on anything. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm getting taken advantage of by this one instead of that one. But the thing is, you don't know this one. Obviously, once you go through life experiences, then you'll be able to tell which one is, a waste of time. But when I was unemployed with a bachelor's degree and with a national certificate, and even when I just had a bachelor's degree, yeah, I had a whole lot of people talking about how bad the rich were, how bad this and that, but the thing is the ones that would rub it in my face or spread rumors about me or team up against me weren't necessarily, no, they weren't the rich people. They were, because I was unemployed, trying to get employment, so it was either people who had full-time employment, earning about the same amount as me, or part-time employment. So I don't have an issue with rich people, because I'm not saying that they're angels. I'm just saying that it's going back to that, better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Well, actually, what if the devil's not a devil? You don't know. Might be a godsend. And, you know, I'm not saying that rich people are angels. I'm just saying that there's good and bad in every socioeconomic group. But those who have given me those who have spread the most rumours, those who, well, spread pretty much all the rumours, as well as those who overtly got in my face as a team when I used to eventually stand up for myself. Till I got to my late 20s, it was I'll stand up for myself straight away. Well, within the same day. It was like when I was like 28, it was within the same week, because I was still dealing with all the stuff from the past, but I didn't realise that at the time. But I was just like at home feeling and healing them, but then still in the environment, But then there was other environments I was healing and feeling and healing from. But yeah, it was all the people that were in, not all the people, but you know, all the ones who did do that were in the minimum pay rate jobs. They were, you know, so I'm not saying that the wealthy people are angels. Just saying, they say, oh, you know better the devil, you know than the devil, you don't. Well, no. And the reason why growing up my money wasn't the first most important thing to me is because my parents were actually quite well off. So all my needs were met, so I wanted to go meet my other needs that weren't met. They had nothing to do with money. And I was willing to overlook financial stuff in order to get those needs met. But they didn't get met. So anyways, that's that. And at this place, yeah, some people might spread some rumours, but here's the other 50% that don't. Well, good number that don't. There's the other 50% that don't, and no over it in the face stuff. So it's easy going compared to where I used to be. And yeah, there is one supervisor that tries to play mind games but doesn't work, because it's like when he was overtly getting in my face, I was replying back. That was the one that wouldn't give me leave and said I couldn't go and have a coffee at the MU, even though the others said I could and others were. And anyway, yesterday there was like this coffee that was there, a special type of coffee, and it was his coffee because he goes in there all the time when he's on duty. So hypocrite. But when that doesn't work, then they get the text message, I'm going to have a chat with you on this specific day. It'll be like 2 or 3 days later. And then he doesn't show up, and then we'll chat about it tomorrow, and he doesn't show up, and then you get a phone call like a week after that. Hey, it's such and such. I need to have a chat to you about that thing, remember? And then there's just basic things like what I was talking about. Or if I might be working 51 hours or 52 hours and I might be going to a rugby game, and then he'll just randomly say, no, you're not going to the rugby game because you're going to work an extra 12 hours because I said so, and that goes against the contract. And you turn them down, and then you get a phone call of, what the blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, our contracted hours which are, that's the ones we have to do, is 30 hours, and I'm already doing 51. So I like the 51 hours though. But sometimes I want to do more, but sometimes it's just like, you're going to a game or something, Yeah. He's supposed to be on tonight, but I don't know where he is, so. The issues I was talking about throwing it in the simmer, it's got to do with that guy, so I've dealt with it. I'm healed from that, so I actually hope he does well in life. Well, we'll still be seeing each other, and it's good to, I know how to navigate with people like that. If you just say, like, that you give them control in these things, not going to sabotage your future. So